And along the way, I don't care who you are, whatever you pursue, you're going to have opposition. But your goals and dreams have to be bigger than your problems. And I always just kept big aspirations and dreams. And then when I ran into problems, and I ran into some big ones. You know how you old people say, I ain't got no problem bigger than my God? Well, I didn't. And even though it was times I felt like giving up, I still just, somehow, man, I remember all the scriptures my mother used to teach me when I was a little boy. They used to come tumbling back in my head. I was homeless, living in a car for 3 years. I just kept the faith, man. First of all, somebody sent me a plaque one time that I keep on my desk now. The plaque said, if you're going through hell, keep going. I mean, why would you stop there? You know, I was in hell, so why stop now? You might, when you're going through hell, you should keep going, because to stop now, you in hell, right? And so I've always had that mindset to, if God wakes you up again, and like every day he wakes you up, it's a sign from him that he ain't through with you yet. It's a sign from God that he has more to give you that you haven't received yet. So every day you wake up, I don't care what your situation is, you got to go, okay, wow, he got something else for me. Because the moment he's through with you, you ain't going to wake up no more. That's for real. And so as long as he woke me up, I kept saying, well, maybe today is the day. And I messed around and one of them days came.
It's possible. Just say that every day to yourself. It's possible. Because what does that do? See, it begins to change your belief system. See, the way in which we operate, ladies and gentlemen, it's a manifestation of what we believe, what's possible for us. Whatever you've done up to this point, all that it really is a duplication, it's a reproduction of what you believe subconsciously that you deserve and what's possible for your life. Most people operate out of their personal history, out of their memory, things they have done, things they've experienced, things they've seen, things that they have observed. What I'm suggesting that you operate out of a larger vision of yourself. I want you to see yourself doing what you want to do, experiencing what you want to experience, having what you want to have, doing what it is that gives your life some meaning and value. Operate out of your imagination, not your memory. Because whenever you look at where you want to go, I'm wanting to warn you, you will have some conversation back here after you go through the data that you've experienced in life saying you can't do it. And so what you want to begin to do is ignore that inner conversation. Well, most people, ladies and gentlemen, when something happens to them, what they do is they begin to believe that that's the way it is. That's the way it's always been. And they can't see the possibility of it being any different.
When things go wrong, they always seem to happen at once, and they just compound on top of each other. And it's pretty easy sometimes to feel beaten when you're faced with all those issues and all those problems, and they all hit you at the same time. But let me tell you, that doesn't mean give up. In fact, it means the opposite. It means it's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. It means it's time for you to go on the warpath. And that starts with one of the fundamental laws of combat leadership: prioritize and execute. What's the biggest problem? What's causing the most stress? Family? Okay. Sit them down. Explain where you are at. Be blunt. Be upfront. And then give them the simple plan of how you're going to get things back on track. Don't sugarcoat it. You give it to them straight. Next, you got some late payments. Call those creditors up. Explain to them what's going on. Set up some kind of a minimum payment plan so you can start making some progress and get them off your back. And then you got your job. Right? You're falling behind at work. Okay, talk to your boss. Face it. Tell him that you're going to step up your game. Tell him you're going to be at work early, you're going to be at work late, you're going to be at work during lunch, you're going to be wherever you need to be whenever he needs you to be there. Tell him you're going to get after it. And tell him that you're 100% committed to supporting him and the company and the mission. And then you get started. And I'm going to tell you right now, it won't be easy. It will be hard because life is hard. That's what life is. And these challenges that you face, they're going to do their best to take you down. Do not let them. Stand up, dig in. Line up those problems and confront them. Face them. Fight them. Do not let them bring you down. In fact, let those challenges raise you up. Let them elevate you. Let their demands and their trials make you stronger. Let the adversity you face today turn you into a better person tomorrow.
Everybody that's on a mission in life to achieve a goal has a Deion Sanders, we were talking prime time one time. He said you have a turn back moment. Everybody on the way to where you're trying to get to, you have a decision that one day you can go forward or you turn back. The problem is the average person turns back from their dream. Like if you've had these like amazing dreams, but you just decided, well, you ever heard people say, well, I guess it wasn't the Lord's will. Wait. How do you know what the Lord's will was? You know, if God puts a vision in your head, it's because he has something for you. He put it in my head in the 6th grade that I would be on TV one day. Now I had a severe stuttering problem. I'm in the hood. I can't talk outside my house. But he still put that in my head. So when the teacher asked me what I want to be when I grow up, I wrote that on my paper. They laughed at me. The lady told me, you'll never be on TV. You can't even talk. She told me, my teacher told me that. This is a principal who's paid to encourage students. She said, you'll never be on TV. You can't even talk.
And I'm saying that if you know anybody that had some goal, some dream, something they wanted to do, and they did it, then I'm saying that you know in your heart that if someone has done it, then you can do it. It's possible. And that if someone can make their dream become a reality, that it's possible that you can make your dream become reality.